Hey, Token Metrics family, welcome to Moon Mission. I'm your host, Ian Balina, and we have a very, very special opportunity for you. This is probably going to be my favorite episode on Moon Mission. We'll go through and do a deep dive on the currently live Token Metrics Crowdfund. Yes, now for the first time ever, you, our community, our crypto family, has a chance to share in the future upside of Token Metrics, to own a piece of Token Metrics, to buy a ticket to the moon and beyond with us on this journey of economic empowerment for all mankind and for all humanity. This is going to be quite the episode. Let's hop straight into it. But first, because this is a regulated crowd fund under the SEC, the Security and Exchange Commissions, we do have to state a legal disclaimer. So let me pull this up here. So right now we are testing the waters, and this is the legal disclosure we have to state, right? We are testing the waters to gauge investor interest in an offering under regulation crowdfunding. No money or other consideration is being solicited. If sent, it will not be accepted. No offer to buy securities will be accepted. No part of the purchase price will be received until a Form C is filed and only through Wefunder's platform. Any indication of interest involves no obligation or commitment of any kind. Right? So with the disclaimer out of the way, the crowdfund is live. You can go to wefunder.com/tokenmetrics. That's wefunder.com/tokenmetrics. And we're raising up to $4 million. And as of today, we've crossed $1 million. So as we like to say,
we just landed on the moon and the land bomb.
And now we're getting closer to our goal. And we can now do this without you. So thank you so much. We wanted to make sure you have an opportunity to share with us as we go out there and try to change the world. Okay, so let's dive into the pitch. By now, you probably know what Token Metrics is, right? But let's assume you don't. What is Token Metrics? Well, Token Metrics helps users build profitable crypto portfolios driven by the power of artificial intelligence. We're taking tools that are typically reserved for the top 1%, for hedge funds, for quant funds, and making them available to retail investors and traders. We are empowering them. We're taking the same software and skill set and making this available to the small people to help them build financial freedom and economic empowerment. Now, this is the same video we have on our website, so I highly encourage you, if you haven't watched this video yet, to go through and watch the video. But for now, we'll skip this. But let's begin with the highlights, right? Why should you invest in Token Metrics? Or rather, why should you indicate your interest in investing in Token Metrics? So let's go through the highlights. We're one of the fastest growing companies in all of crypto. We've been growing 47% month over month in terms of revenue. Our monthly recurring revenue has been growing 47% in the last 12 months. That's in 1 year. 20% is basically good for a SaaS company, a software as a service company. And we're growing 47% in the last 12 months. That's because we have a community. We have crypto family all over around the world who love us and want to share and join us in this vision of bringing financial freedom to all of humanity. Then, in basically a year and a half, we've crossed over 6 million annual recurring revenue, right? From zero to over 6 million, almost 7 million in a year and a half. I mean, because we launched back in November 2019 on Black Friday at the bottom of a crypto bear market. And here we are now, thanks to the support of you. And you can own a piece of this. Plus, our products. Our main products, we have AI crypto indices. We have trading signals, the Visual Trends Indicator, which helps our customers basically get out of Bitcoin at 50K and save them money. And it's getting better and better. And we have this for over 6,000 assets in the crypto space. We also have ratings, being able to go through and sift through the noise and find those hidden gems, find the next Polygon, find the next Matic based on our team's expertise. For example, we discovered Polygon Matic back in August 2018. We had a crypto world tour, did 35 countries in 12 months, and we went to India, to Hyderabad, India, had the pleasure of meeting the Matic team. They won our blockchain pitch competition. And after that, we did a code review on them. They scored an 88%, and we knew they were good. We knew they were a hidden gem before 1 year prior to them launching their token. And Matic, now Polygon, has done over 100x, right? So this is the kind of level of research we want to bring to our community. So for about a year and a half, you could have purchased Matic Polygon from between a third of a penny to 3 cents, right? Through the bottom of a bear market, we knew this was a valuable project. and Matic went to over $2 to like $2.50, I believe, right? That's how you create generational wealth. Then same thing with Helium Network. They now have over 50,000 nodes building basically an internet owned by the people. They're now launching 5G network. We covered them, flew to the offices in San Francisco back in August 2018 as well. And that's also done over 100x return. So 200x returns on projects using a framework we know makes sense. And we're taking this same framework and we've made it available to retail investors and traders. This is why our customers love us. If you come here to what people say, right? Just go through, read this when you have some time to see why people think this is a huge opportunity, because we're empowering people at home to transform their lives financially. What would your life look like if you didn't have to worry about wealth ever again? Not just you, but your family and your future generations. That's what we want to make available to everybody. This should not be reserved just for the rich. This is why we're doing a crowdfund, because we've always been about the people from day one. Because we could go and just raise money from VCs, but to us, it's about empowering the community, empowering the people. And as you see here in the comments, I mean, to go to the moon and beyond, obviously. Thank you, Christopher. I appreciate that comment. But I mean, anyway, let's get back to the pitch here. Apologies, I'm kind of all over the place. And then we've also launched premium content. We have our daily newsletter, from code reviews to market updates by Bill and Forrest, to now even launching Token Metrics TV. We want to become the Bloomberg of crypto, right? So think of Bloomberg had Bloomberg Terminal, then they also had Bloomberg TV. We're doing the same thing. Token Metrics is basically kind of like the Bloomberg Terminal for crypto, for the retail crypto investor and trader. We're building basically an online analytics platform that's kind of like your Bloomberg Terminal with AI. And now we're also building premium content with Token Metrics TV. We launched the web version, and we'll be launching the application versions on Android, Apple App Store, Roku TV, Apple TV, Fire TV. You'll be getting premium content from Bill with his daily market update from Monday through Friday, me with Moon Mission like this. I mean, so we're trying to really create content and help our community. And thank you to our affiliates. We have the biggest crypto YouTuber out there, Pippa Crypto. He's one of our big affiliates. We have Crypto Love as well, Crypto Busy, Brian Jung as well, who's now doing crypto videos. And last but not least, we're working on building a robo advisor for crypto. Right now, this is subject to approval from the SEC. We'll have to become a licensed RIA, basically a registered investment advisor. But the plan is, imagine being able to get our indices and passively invest in crypto in the same manner you do on platforms like Betterment, Wealthfront, basically kind of like a mutual fund. You'd go to Token Metrics, add your fiat there, whether dollars, yen, whatever, and it would passively invest and allocate capital in our indices. Our software would do the magic for you. So everything would be automated. That's how you build real generational wealth. And you investing into Token Metrics can own a piece of that and help us take a whole community to the moon and beyond. And we also have a background on the team, right? So my background, by now, most of you should know, I come from IBM Watson. I was there for 4 years. My first 3 years, I was a technical sales engineer covering IBM Watson Analytics. My last year, I covered all of North America for the IBM Analytics and open source brand. I've been featured in Wall Street Journal, Bloomberg, even today got featured in Business Insider, actually. So this is the link here. And it basically goes like this. Here are 3 altcoins that could surge by 1,000%, including the eco-friendly version of Bitcoin, according to a crypto analyst and entrepreneur. And this was basically a cover story or feature on Token Metrics on how we go through and do our research. And Business Insider is one of the most popular online business platforms out there. So if we go through here, they get, okay, yeah, so looking at this, they get over 100 million views per month or visits per month. So, I mean, it's great for us to be covered in here and how we go through and find products with at least 10x potential. All of you who are customers already know this by now. That's why we go through and we analyze over 75 projects a week and go through and find the hidden gems. So definitely recommend checking this out. We have added this to the crowdfund page as well. So if you go to, there should be a press section somewhere, probably towards the bottom of the page. But anyway, let's get back into the presentation here. Bill Noble, the legend. Bill has worked at Goldman Sachs, Charles Schwab, Morgan Stanley. We call him basically crypto Nostradamus in a way because he's always giving the market update. Then we have Garage, who you probably don't know. He's our new chief quant investment officer behind the scenes, brings in lots of Wall Street expertise. He's basically the math brains behind token metrics, helping us bolster our AI algorithms. He was head of data science, risk, and market intelligence at State Street, which is a premier Wall Street firm. Also worked at Goldman Sachs and has also run his own quant hedge fund. Then Sam is our COO. He's basically the first employee ever for Tokenmetrics. He's been with me since day one, and he worked at Liberty Mutual prior to that. Then we have Vera. Vera was my former coworker at IBM. He's basically our CTO, handles all the technology. He's worked for IBM, Hortonworks, Segiza, and he's also based in New York City. Then we have Dylan. Dylan is our managing editor. He was a former head of news at Cointelegraph. He brings in lots of industry expertise and also worked at Business Insider, and some of his writings have been covered in NBC News and the Wall Street Journal. Then we have Paul. Paul is one of our ML engineers. He's interned at companies like Morgan Stanley, Nifron, and he comes from Columbia, where he majored in operations research and ML. Then we have Sai. Sai is our chief customer officer. He handles customer support and success, and he's worked over 10 years at Amazon. Then we have Daniela, who is our new chief marketing officer. She also brings in lots of financial expertise working in Wall Street. She comes from Morgan Stanley, Legg Mason, and Citi. So this is just part of the team. Our company now is over 40 people. It's global, half in the US, half overseas. And this is what you're investing in behind the scenes. You're helping support us and going out there to help bring economic empowerment to all of mankind. But anyway, let's continue with the pitch, right? As you see here, that's basically our vision. Our vision is that financial freedom should be available to anybody who's willing to put in the time to invest in crypto, right? We keep on saying not being in crypto is a financial crime. And we strongly believe that. It may be harsh, but if you look at quantitative easing, how much money is being printed? People's currency is being robbed. Your wealth is being robbed. Imagine if you put money into a bank account and you're losing 10 to 15% due to inflation, wherever you are, whether it's in the US or overseas or in, for example, in Beirut, Lebanon, where Jad or Quant is from, their currency, people have to go to the store with a backpack full of cash, or just go to Venezuela, or in Brazil, or in Turkey with the Turkish lira, or the Brazilian real. Right? People's wealth is, right? So imagine if 15% of your wealth is being devalued every single year. In 5 years, you'll be broke. You'll be robbed of your financial freedom. And crypto is a hedge towards that. Crypto is protection. It's basically insurance. And not being in crypto is a financial crime, right? That's why we think this vision, this message has to be taken mainstream, because last thing we want to offer people to lose out on their wealth due to their local government. Crypto lets you become your own bank. For those who don't know me, I've been in crypto since 2016. My claim to fame, basically, I was a spreadsheet guy. I had a spreadsheet that I open sourced where I showed my data-driven approach to investing in crypto that I called Tokenmetrics, kind of like the Moneyball for investing in crypto. And people saw me take about $20,000 and turn that to over $5 million in less than 1 year. And everything was documented in a spreadsheet, how I would score projects. And at the peak, this spreadsheet was getting over 1 million unique visitors. And that's when I knew we were onto something. That was basically the prototype. I knew that more people wanted access to the same level of research. And having worked at IBM Watson and seeing the power of machine learning and AI, I told myself, what if we could add AI to this? Because the human brain has so many limitations. But if we could add machine learning to study crypto data and find hidden insights, that could be life-changing. So that's where Tokenmetrics was born. And just looking at the perspective of the crypto market, if we go to all assets in the world, they're over $250 trillion. And guess what? We believe crypto is the future of finance. Every industry has been disrupted except finance. We had Airbnb with the travel industry and hotels. We had Uber with taxis, right? But the finance industry has yet to be disrupted, and it's happening now. From Bitcoin to crypto assets, to Ethereum building the next internet, essentially. Imagine if you could go back and invest in the dot-com era, right? Imagine if you could go back and invest in Amazon and Google and Netflix. Well, guess what? This entire internet is now crypto. So the way I view this is we have Web 1. Web 1 was a dot-com era. We had Amazon, Google, eBay, even Yahoo was basically bringing everything digital online. Then we had Web 2, social media, connecting people. We had Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, even WhatsApp, connecting people. Web 3 is now giving people their own ecosystems of, of money. People are becoming their own banks. We're breaking away central entities. What does that mean? That means no central governments, no central banks. Everything is becoming digital peer-to-peer, right? Peer-to-peer, taking all the services that were typically done by banks and breaking them up and having people have trust online without having a middleman. That these centralized web, that's the next internet. That's how the internet is getting disrupted. And in this decentralized web, we'll need to have decentralized money. And this is why I say not being in crypto is a financial crime, because now you can go and really front run this and invest in the next iteration, the next evolution of the internet. That is crypto. And Tokometrics is your platform that will be there to guide you to invest and discover these new assets in this new world. So, what is the big idea? Well, that's it. The big idea, we're going into a new internet, the decentralized web, Web 3. And we can invest into all these new companies. The next Google, the next Amazon in this new internet is happening in crypto. For example, Ethereum, DeFi, decentralized finance, taking services done by Wall Street and big banks and making them decentralized, from investing to lending to savings, all this peer-to-peer with no trust, right? The blockchain shows that we can mathematically remove trust from the equation between two strangers. That's why this is a game changer, right? So this is what Tokenomics is about. We're helping you invest in this new world. But that's the problem, right? How do you start investing in crypto? There's information overload. And how do you profit in crypto, right? So we come through and we have a data-driven approach. We use data analytics and machine learning with our human expertise to bring the best of both worlds together. So we have three business models with Tokemetrics. One is the SaaS platform, software as a service, the analytics platform, kind of like the Bloomberg for crypto, the Bloomberg terminal for crypto. And you've seen Tokemetrics TV. We've launched these services in the last year and a half, and this is already a successful business. We've been profitable since the Bitcoin halving. I mean, for a startup that's only been operational for a year and a half, to be profitable for over a year, that rarely happens. And we're giving you an opportunity to own a piece of Tokemetrics. And we also have two other big models we haven't really covered too much, right? One, we're in the process of launching a hedge fund for Tokemetrics. This will be called Token Metrics Ventures, right? This is your typical hedge fund model, but this will be based on basically our indices. This is for our customers who want to partake in this. Now, this is in no way, shape, or form us soliciting any investment at all. We're just giving you the business model overview. And then we're also on the process, or we plan to launch a Robo advisor for crypto. I think Betterment, a wealth fund for crypto. And all this is also subject to regulatory approval. But we're basically building three different business models. And you, by being an investor, can share in the future upside of this, right? So in terms of going through each business model, we have the hodler plan, the investor plan, and the pro plan. This cater to two different kinds of audiences. The hodler plan is basically for a beginner. This gives you access to our indices, our daily newsletters, 7 days a week, one of the best newsletters in all of crypto. You get access to our code reviews, going through and finding projects that our blockchain research engineers go through and audit the code, and they tell you how good the project is on a scale of 0 to 100%. It gives you access to Tokenomics TV on our ratings. Investor plan gives you access to 500 crypto assets and email alerts and the price predictions using machine learning to look at historical prices and try to predict where the price is going for the next 1 month. Then the pro plan gives you access to over 6,000 crypto assets, gives you access to a private investor community, and also our weekly webinar, which typically goes for about 2 hours with our team, me, Bill, Jad, our team going through our forest, answering your questions in crypto. And then TMTV, Token Metrics TV. We're building one of the first crypto networks on TV. Imagine having daily premium content 24/7 anywhere you go on the big screen, on Apple TV, on Roku TV, Fire TV. We're creating a complete ecosystem. And then we also have the hedge fund, right? Being able to passively invest into crypto using our AI, because this is basically building a hedge fund for the people. Now, this will be subject to different jurisdictions and legal um, items, but this is one of the business models. Then we have the Robo advisor, kind of the same approach, but for retail investors and traders, those who want to leverage our technology to passively invest in crypto. And the traction, right? The cross went from 0 to over 6 million in a year and a half. Um, so as of last month, as of April, apologies, yeah, as of April, we had about almost 70% of our customers were active. And we had over 6,000 customers globally, a third in the US, two-thirds overseas. So crypto is really something that is like, this is a global movement because this is the next evolution of the internet. Our team again here. So you're probably wondering, where does Token Metrics fit in with the competition? So we like to draw this map basically. And on the y-axis, we have managed investing, right? Versus self-service investing. Then we also have strong crypto focus versus weak crypto focus. So in terms of in the crypto space, exchanges are cash cows. They print a lot of money. If you go and look at all the big companies in the space, they're exchanges, right? From Coinbase to Binance to Robinhood, all these are huge companies. But our thesis is this: not everybody wants to trade in crypto. Not everybody wants to. Nobody has the time to. Well, most people don't have the time to go into Coinbase and invest or trade in crypto. And if they do, they don't know what to do. They need help. They need guidance. That's where we think having a managed approach comes in. So similar to what other companies do, such as Wealthfront, Vanguard. I mean, if you go to equities or Wall Street in general, most people invest through their pension or their 401k. They aren't going on E-Trade or Ameritrade. I mean, a few people are, but those are day traders. Not everybody wants to be a day trader. And when it comes to the crypto space, there isn't really anybody doing anything at a deep level, especially with altcoins, for managed investing. Yes, there's Galaxy Digital, great companies, Grayscale, but they typically focus on Bitcoin. Nobody's doing this for altcoins. We believe in the long tail of crypto. The long tail of crypto is this: Bitcoin had the first move advantage. Bitcoin was great, but it's like, imagine being in the dot-com era in Web 1 and saying there'll only be one website. We don't believe that. We're building a whole new internet that is centralized internet. So I can't imagine in this vast new world having only one single currency be Bitcoin. Absolutely not, in my opinion. Right? That's why I think our team believes that the long tail of crypto is the future of the internet, and that's why we research on all these altcoins and bring them to our customers. So that's where we basically compare to the competition, because we think people want to passively invest in crypto. That's how they get financial freedom. Because most exchanges, customers lose money, right? If you, for example, eToro, Binance, Coinbase, but eToro, I think, had a study saying that pretty much 80% of exchange customers get wrecked and lose money, right? What if there was a robo advisor platform or a platform with the power of AI that helped customers make money? That would change the game. That would change the churn issue there is in crypto or just trading in general, because people need somebody on their side. And that's what Tokenmetrics is about. Then we have financials over here as well. And as mentioned, we've basically been profitable for over a year, right? And we have over 6 million annual recurring revenue. So this is a highly profitable company, which is very rare. And this gives you an opportunity to join us in the future success as a possible equity investor in Tokenmetrics. The valuation. I mean, being in the crypto space, we're basically at the forefront of disrupting the finance industry, looking at similar companies in the space. So we have a list here, a comps analysis done on companies such as Morningstar, Betterment, Binance, Wealthfront, Bloomberg, Coinbase, PitchBook, Yearn Finance, FTX, BlockFi, BlockFi sold to Galaxy Digital. Uh, uh, I'm sorry, BlockFi raised capital recently, and their multiple, basically for their peer medium group, they basically was a multiple of 33, right? Coinbase IPO'd recently this year at a multiple of 47, right? Looking at their revenue versus the valuation, right? So token metrics is actually at a steal, in my opinion, right? At a steep discount, right? Because we're taking, in a way, we kind of compare ourselves to exchanges because we want to build a robo advisor for crypto, but we're abstracting that and making it easy to a point where the end user, our customers, won't have to be on a Coinbase or Binance day trading. Our AI will handle that for you, right? So we're still kind of like an exchange, but with a better user experience because you'll be passively investing, similar to a Vanguard. And looking at the multiples of this, especially for crypto companies, right? Kind of like Yearn Finance. Yearn Finance is essentially a robo advisor for DeFi. And Yearn Finance in 2020, based on the last report, they made $5 million. $5 million. Their valuation was over $680 million. And they're doing just stablecoins, robo advisor for DeFi, yield, and stablecoins, essentially. We're building a robo advisor for all of crypto, right? And we have over 6 million annual recurring revenue. That's just our analytics platform. Imagine once we launch the robo advisor. That's why we think this is a very, very good value, right? So our multiple that we're using for our valuation is 17. This gets us at a pre-money valuation of 80 million, and post-money would be 85 million. And basically factoring in the 4 million if we hit our goal, plus the 1 million from our lead investor, Tom, who was also an early investor in our seed round. So basically we're raising 4 million, making this available to our community, to our audience. You have the first opportunity to invest, and this will basically be for less than 5% equity pre-money. And what's the exit plan for Token Metrics? All right, what do we plan to do down the road? Well, we have several options that our team will be exploring. One, IPO. So by being an equity investor, if we do an IPO, meaning that having an initial public offering where our shares become tradable on the stock exchange, similar to what Coinbase did, well, this is an opportunity for you to invest and have that possible exit. One other option we're exploring, depending on the regulation in crypto, is a possible token offering or possible token issuance. If we do issue a token, this would be to our community, to our early supporters, right? And then three, maybe selling the company. But ideally, our options though are either IPO or possible token offering, depending on the regulation. Now there are risks involved. Investing is risky. Only invest what you're willing to lose, and that's why we're doing this through a licensed manner, through a Reg CF, a Regulation Crowdfund. One, legal and regulation, right? America there hasn't really been too much clarity when it comes to the crypto space. Three, downturn in the market. I mean, the last month or so crypto has crashed. Bitcoin went from like 50K all the way down to 30K. Some altcoins lost 60 to 80% of the value, so that is always a risk, a possible bear market. Three, social media. There've been lots of YouTubers or people on Twitter in the crypto space who've basically been blacklisted, right? Now, we think that will not occur as crypto goes more mainstream, but not everybody has always been looking at crypto with a friendly eye, so to speak. So those are the possible risks, right? Now, one thing I want to cover as well, what do you get for investing, right? Are there any perks? So yes, there are perks we want to share here. Okay, so here are the perks, right? Earn some perks when you invest, right? So besides just getting possible equity in Token Metrics, if you invest more than $1,000, you will get a complimentary Token Metrics hodler plan for 12 months. If you invest $5,000, you will get the investor plan for 12 months as a complement. If you invest $25,000, you will get the professional plan for 12 months as a complement. If you invest over $100,000, you will get a one-on-one Zoom call with the Token Metrics management team and a complimentary professional plan for 12 months. And if you invest more than $250,000, you will get an all expense paid trip to come meet our team in person and attend in person our quarterly business review, right, with the Tokenomics team, plus a complimentary pro plan. So these are some extra perks to give you some extra incentive to invest in Tokenomics. Down here, we have also an interview with me, the founder and CEO, and also a vision on what we're trying to do in crypto. So I highly recommend you check this out as well. Then if you go here, any updates for this crowdfund, we'll post them here. And then if you want to see what people are saying about Tokenomics, for example, our lead investor, Thomas Murphy, invested over $1 million in this round. And now this hasn't been displayed here because he was the lead investor. This is only counting non-lead investors in terms of right? So we're actually raising a total of 5 million, but for the 4 million, this is just for the non-lead investors. But anyway, Tom says this: Token Metrics is perfectly positioned at the heart of the crypto boom. They help new participants as well as experienced professionals make the most of their crypto investments. The company is growing very quickly and it is well managed. Since investing in the first round, we have seen the company evolve quickly to meet the needs of its customers. Congratulations to Ian and the awesome team at Tokenomics for their success to date, and best wishes on our trip to the moon and beyond. Thank you, Tom. And then definitely go through here and see what other people have to say as well. And any questions you have, you can post the questions here. Let me try to answer some questions here. So if you're in South Africa, can you invest? If your bank can connect to Wefunder and you pass their KYC, then yes. I'm not sure about South Africa, but Wefunder, I believe, is available globally. So definitely connect and try that out. Will investing in this also be investing in the crypto hedge fund you're starting? Is there a prospectus? What will be exactly investing in? Where do you see the profits? So you're investing in Token Metrics Inc. Token Metrics Inc. will have other companies underneath it, from Token Metrics Media, basically Token Metrics TV, the newsletter, to the Robo Advisor, to possible hedge funds, to so many other things, right? So you're investing in basically the parent company, which owns many things, right? You're probably wondering, how's that possible? Well, it's possible because you're investing in Token Metrics, right? Similar to, you could buy the Goldman Sachs stock on a stock exchange without technically being a qualified investor to qualify for a hedge fund. But guess what? Goldman Sachs has hedge funds for their high net worth customers, right? But as a stock owner of Goldman Sachs shares, you kind of get indirectly exposure to that. I mean, obviously, consult a legal financial advisor prior to investing in anything. Not financial advice, as we say in crypto, but I mean, you're investing in the parent company, Tokenomics Inc., and all the companies underneath it. Hi, Ian, I would like to invest. Can I get more information? Well, this video is us giving you that information. So we'll post this on Tokenomics TV, Moon Mission, and we'll also post this on YouTube to our entire community, because we want to make sure you have the information you need to make a smart choice. What's your exit strategy? So we just kind of mentioned that. Basically, the options we're looking at would be IPO and then possible token issuance. Ian, thank you. And I believe you guys are great. How does it work? Do we give you dollars and you pick the cryptocurrencies? That way you take part in the increase. So you're investing in Token Metrics. This is for equity. And the growth and future upside of Token Metrics, if we have an exit through an IPO, through maybe a company buying us, or through any possible token issuance, depending on regulation, you have exposure to that. I'm from Portugal. May I invest? Click here to invest and go through the process, and it will let you know whether you can invest in your jurisdiction. I entered the amount I would like to invest and clicked invest. When do I actually invest? So right now, the way this works, due to regulation, you're basically indicating interest to invest. And then once we go through an official audit and file paperwork with the SEC, as mentioned here, right now we're basically testing the waters. So right now, we're gauging investor interest. But once we file a Form C to the platform, then there'll be an opportunity for you to actually transfer the funds to invest in Token Metrics. So stay tuned for that. Okay, yeah, so one last thing I wanted to cover. Basically, this is us in the news. So you can check out this article, came out today. Business Insider did a feature on token metrics and how we research. Then this is my interview on CNBC, basically on Squawk on the Street, telling them you can value invest in crypto. And we believe in the long tail of crypto. We believe Ethereum will flip Bitcoin. Very controversial take, but I mean, go through, check it out, and you understand our approach to investing in the space and why we think this is the biggest innovation in all of technology, right? The internet is going to disrupt finance, and you have an opportunity to invest in a company that will give you exposure to that. Then this is us in Forbes, CNN, Bloomberg. So definitely check that out. With that being said, as we like to say,
We just landed on the moon in a Lambo.
I mean, we would not be anywhere here without you. And that's why we did this crowdfund, because this is about our vision, bringing economic empowerment to all of mankind, all of humanity. Because not anybody who wants to change their lives should have that opportunity. This is why we're doing a crowdfund as opposed to raising money directly from VCs, because we don't want to help other people get richer, right? We want to give our customers, our community, an opportunity. With this crowdfund, you can invest as little as $100 to get equity in a company that's growing fast in one of the hottest fields in all of technology, right? We basically sit at the intersection of blockchain and crypto and machine learning and AI into one company, right? So with that being said, thank you so much, crypto family. Thank you so much, token metrics family. And as we like to say,
We just landed on the moon in a Lambo.
the moon is not the limit. To the moon
Taking
and
pictures
beyond.
with the zoom and the
Thank you.
Lambo.